welcome to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. Wow, you guys have a good weekend? I had a great weekend. I'll tell you one thing, though. None of us had as good a weekend as John Kelly, who is out as White House Chief of Staff. A great weight has been lifted from his shoulders now that Trump can no longer make him give him a piggyback ride. So I just want to say, sir, congratulations on a job, well, done. Stretch that out. On the bright side, though, I think we found the next host of the Oscars. Now, it's no secret, there's been tension between Kelly and the president for a long time, and people were wondering whether Kelly would quit or whether Trump would fire him. But then on Friday night, the two men met in Trump's residence, and they agreed that the departing chief would break his own news on Monday. That's a professional, amicable agreement. So Trump did this on Saturday.
John Kelly will be leaving at the end of the year.
I would like to humbly announce that it was me who dumped him. No matter what he tells you, that's what happened. I'm the one who said we should see other presidents, okay? I just wasn't that into him.
Trump's already had Kelly's replacement picked out. Mike Pence's chief of staff and bro who's not going to let those nerds hold a luau on campus while he's president of Sigma Phi Epsilon, Nick Ayers. Okay, Ayers had every quality Trump was looking for. Experience in the White House, political acumen, and most importantly, with a head of blonde hair, Mr. Ayers somewhat resembles Mr. Trump in his younger days, a fact that the president often looks for as a positive signal.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow, it's like looking in a mirror. You are going to be a great skin farm. I mean, chief of skin. Staff of hair.
It was such a done deal. They'd so decided that it was going to be Ayers that Trump already prepared a news release announcing Mr. Ayers' appointment. But Ayers declined Trump's offer. And according to one former administration official, this was a humiliation for Mr. Trump and his adult children, an emotion that the president tries to avoid at all costs. Yes. And that's not easy. Have you seen his adult children? And it's not just Ayers. Nobody seems to want this job. Some of the names floated include Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin, who has never pursued this job or has ever considered himself for the role, and White House Budget Director Mulvaney, who remains uninterested. It's like Trump's trying to give his rose away at The Bachelor.
I hold in my hands the final rose, and I would be so honored if you, Stephanie, would... No? Okay. Chloe, I have always felt that you and... Okay, great, got it, all right. Moving on. Anybody want this thing? Chris Harrison, you want to earn your check for once? You want something? Guy hold the boom mic, you single?
So, the president is in desperate need of a staff with a chief of staff, and he's got no viable candidates, which is why I'd like to take this opportunity to officially throw my hat in the ring. Mr. President, I, Stephen Colbert, am your next White House Chief of Staff. Now, will I be able to control the president? No. Will we fight? Yeah. But will I bring a steady hand to a tumultuous West Wing? Also, no. But no one could. Who cares? And no, I don't agree with the president's policies. And no, this won't help the country. But I believe in my heart of hearts that this could be fun for me. And it would be fun. Can I do it? Can I do it if I do it? It'd be great. Who would pass up the chance to spend 10 minutes on the deck of the Titanic while it's sinking? I don't know. I'm really curious to hear what a band sounds like when they know they're about to take the big bath. Things are about to get even more chaotic at the White House because Robert Mueller is beginning to show his hand. On Friday, poker fans here tonight. On Friday, Mueller dropped his sentencing recommendation for former Trump attorney and regret emoji Michael Cohen. And in this sentencing recommendation, we'll learn all sorts of juicy details. For instance, Michael Cohen was in touch as far back as 2015 with a Russian who offered, quote, political synergy with the Trump election campaign. Political synergy is such a nice way to say colluding to fix the election. It's like describing repeatedly stabbing somebody as torso ventilation. Now, prosecutors, let's get some air in there. Let's get some air. Now, prosecutors want Cohen to serve a substantial prison term for his payments to Trump mistresses Karen McDougal and Stormy Daniels, which constituted illegal campaign contributions. Yeah, we should have known something was up when Trump's website asked if you wanted to contribute $25, $50, or whatever you can cough up for the spank bank. Cohen, it's an unofficial term, Cohen has argued for a lighter sentence, citing his support for other charitable causes. And it's true. Yeah, we know he gave to charity and Destiny and Candy and Ginger and Cheyenne and... Very sexy. Now, Cohen's sentencing recommendation does not mention the president by name. Instead, it says he acted at the direction of individual one. I never thought I'd say this, but Donald Trump, woo! You're number one, baby! You're number one! Woo! Individual! Woo! 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 Trump saw this news on Friday and tweeted, "Totally clears the president. Thank you. Yep, Trump's in the clear, but I'd hate to be this individual one guy. He is totally screwed."